والسلام على من لا نبي بعده بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الله وملائكته يصلون على النبي يا أيها الذين آمنوا صلوا عليه وسلموا تسليما اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وأصحابه وبارك وسلم الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رسول الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا حبيب الله الصلاة والسلام عليك يا رحمة للعالمين. Respected ulama, Uffaz, elders, brothers, sisters, dear listeners and innocent youth, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. And the thanks to Almighty Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, who has indeed granted us this opportunity to be present here today. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala accept our presence. And for those who could not make it due to any illnesses, whatever situation they are facing, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easier upon them so they can be with us when the next Jumuah, inshaAllah. Ameen. Ameen. Allahumma salli wa nafi'ah. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless us with rain that is not harmful to us, inshaAllah. Ameen. We make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all those cities who are infected by floods and so on. We make dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make it easier for them, inshaAllah. Ameen. Ameen. Jamaat al-Muslimin, in the past month, I saw the world gripped in a period where talks, discussions, topics of conversations, focus of media networks and newspapers centered around the Soccer World Cup. Whenever you switch on the TV, the only discussion you would find was about the Soccer World Cup. The daily breaking news were all about the Soccer World Cup. Many people would spend large sums of hard-earned money to witness this live. A person that gets the smallest salary will make sure that he does not miss this World Cup live, while others would spend large amount of valuable time glued to the television, watching every move of every favorite player or team of theirs. So before I dig into my lecture, I would like us to imagine ourselves as one of those football players that's on the field at that moment. Yes, the World Cup is about to finish. France and Argentina in the final. You know, Morocco was the outstanding team. You know, so we all hoped that Morocco should have been in the final, but unfortunately it wasn't in their destination. And some of the Messi fans are smiling because he's in the final. They so want him to take that World Cup to add to his cabinet of trophies. You know, unfortunately for CR7, he's not there. You know, so Jamaat al-Muslimin, I would like to draw a parallel between the World Cup and the lives of us Muslims. It's really amazing to see how players engage in a football match or any other coach of sports, finding their lives guided and governed by the rules of the game. They are aware of the fact that if the rules are broken, penalties would follow. The players is guided by the lines, boundaries, linesmen and referees of the game which they play. But as Muslims, we have been sent for a greater purpose, Jamaat al-Muslimin. The lines and boundaries that govern us are the lines and boundaries chalked out for us by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, تِلْكَ حُدُودُ اللَّهِ فَلَا تَعْتَدُوهَا. These are the boundaries set by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They do not transgress them. So Jama'at al-Muslimin, how many boundaries which Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has set out for us, but we have transgressed them. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us and grant us the understanding, inshaAllah, Amin. How strange it is, Jama'at al-Muslimin, that a player, he is so mindful about the two linesmen, watching his every action from either side of the field, Jama'at al-Muslimin. He is so mindful of the two linesmen, watching his every action from either side of the field, Jama'at al-Muslimin. Because he knows, if a player passes him and he pulls his shirt back, the linesman will put up his flag and will give what? A foul. We all know the game, Jama'at al-Muslimin. So they are so mindful about the two linesmen, watching their every action in the game, Jama'at al-Muslimin. But we as Muslims, we are so unmindful about kiraman katibin on the other side of our shoulders, writing every action of ours, Jama'at al-Muslimin. Every word that we are uttering, Jama'at al-Muslimin, is being recorded. And if we are so mindful of kiraman katibin, then Jama'at al-Muslimin, we would think twice before we act or say something or do something, Jama'at al-Muslimin. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the ability to be mindful of these two angels, kiraman katibin, that's recording every action of ours, Jama'at al-Muslimin. Every word that is uttered, Jama'at al-Muslimin, is recorded. So on the day of judgment, our books will be there. So may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability to try and do good only, so that these angels can write good about us, inshaAllah. Ameen. How strange it is, Jama'at al-Muslimin, that a football player on the field, he is so cautious about not being called offside. Why? Because if called offside, then it's a goal opportunity. It is gone, Jama'at al-Muslimin. The football players, they know. But how many of us, Jama'at al-Muslimin, we don't care if Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala find us in places where we're not supposed to be. Clubbing, gambling, strip clubs. It's the end of the year, Jama'at al-Muslimin. Silly season. All these things are happening, Jama'at al-Muslimin. And it's a shame that we find Muslims in these places, Jama'at al-Muslimin. That's why they labeled us as the liars, the cheaters, and so on. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us, Jama'at al-Muslimin. How strange it is that when a free kick is so dangerously placed, Jama'at al-Muslimin, of the opposing team, players really get together to do what? To form a line of defense, Jama'at al-Muslimin. So whoever takes the free kick is unable to see the goalpost properly. You know, they form a line of defense, Jama'at al-Muslimin. While we as Muslims, we do not even think of standing together to resist the onslaught on Islam from those opposing the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Those who speak ill about the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the companions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and even those who speak ill about Islam, Jama'at al-Muslimin. What do we do, Jama'at al-Muslimin, to stop them from doing this, or to defend Islam, Jama'at al-Muslimin? And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Inna Allah yuhibbul ladina yuqatiluna fi sabilihi saffan ka'annahum bunyanun marsus. Indeed, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala loves those who fight in His cause in rows as if they are a solid structure. Allah loves this, Jama'at al-Muslimin. And that is why the companions were so successful, because they were together fighting in rows for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, in the deen of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Today, we find Muslims fighting amongst each other, Jama'at al-Muslimin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the understanding. How strange it is, Jama'at al-Muslimin, then we would do whatever it takes to be like our sporting heroes in terms of dress codes, hairstyles, and external appearances to show our identity and loyalty to them. How many youngsters you would find, they have the haircut of Paul Pogba or the haircut of Cristiano Ronaldo. People are waiting for the final. You will see they buy t-shirts of Lionel Messi, number 10, Mbappe, what number is he, number 7 or number 9, I don't know. This is what we do. And I thought it's only the youth, Jamaat al-Muslimin, but it's not the youth only. It's the big people as well, the adults. I'm so surprised that sometimes I see people come into the masjid with a qamis that says Argentina or whatever logo of the football that is on. You're coming into the masjid with that type of kurta and you're coming to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So we do everything that it takes to be like these people, Jamaat al-Muslimin. But there is nothing in us that shows that we are the true followers of the greatest Nabi of all Nabis, Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. What is there that we can show Jamaat al-Muslimin that we are the true followers of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam? Yet we do everything that we possibly can to be like those people, and they are the haters of Islam, Jamaat al-Muslimin. Why do we want to be like them? Because there's no hope if we are like them. But if we follow Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, this brings us closer to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability to follow Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam in the best way possible. Inshallah. Ameen. Even Jamaat al-Muslimin, only by using the miswak. It's a sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. A very simple thing, Jamaat al-Muslimin. A stick that comes from a tree. Simple thing. But we want to use the toothbrush. It's invented by these people, telling you must brush your teeth in circles. And only after 1400 years they find out, no, you must brush it up and down. Who told us that? Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Simple things, Jamaat al-Muslimin. How strange it is, Jamaat al-Muslimin, that a player, he fears the yellow warning card of the referee. Why? Because he knows if he goes in the 50-50 tackle and it's a dangerous one, the ref must take out the yellow card to warn him. If you do this again, it will follow another yellow, and then after that you are out of the game. They take you out. That is dangerous play, Jamaat al-Muslimin. So we fear, a player fears the yellow warning card of the referee. But how many of us, Jamaat al-Muslimin, fails to respond to the mild reprimands that have come from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in the forms of trials and tribulations? The yellow card in the form of some sicknesses in the family, the yellow card in the form of some death in the family, the yellow card in the form of financial loss, the yellow card in the form of a narrow escape from an accident, or the yellow card in the form of a form of relief from a life-threatening situation. These are all warnings Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is given us, Jamaat al-Muslimin. If someone passed on in our family, what is that? It's a reminder for us, Jamaat al-Muslimin. It could have been one of us. So prepare yourself. You and I, we need to prepare ourselves, Jamaat al-Muslimin. Many warnings Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, Jamaat al-Muslimin. How strange it is that we are so worried, or the player actually is so worried about the red card of the referee, which would signify suspension or expulsion for a short period from the field of play. Just a short period. Like I mentioned earlier on, you get the first yellow card is a warning, the second is red, you are off for one game only. But if you get the straight red card, you are only out for how many games? 3 only. Only 3. So a short period, you are out of the game if you get the red card. But we are totally Jamaat al-Muslimin, unconcerned and unmindful about those actions of us Jamaat al-Muslimin that would shift us out from Jannah. The actions that you and I are doing Jamaat al-Muslimin, those are the actions that keeps us away from Jannah Jamaat al-Muslimin. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability, the strength to leave out those things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the Prophet sallallahu alayhi wa sallam forbid us to do, inshallah. Ameen, thumma ameen. Our strength is Jamaat al-Muslimin, that a player understands that after the final whistle is blown, no matter how many goals he scored, Jamaat al-Muslimin, they cannot count in his favor. If you are 1-0 down, there's 1 minute left of the game, you are on the losing side, the referee puts the whistle in his mouth, it's over, there's nothing you can do. You are losing. You are losing, Jamaat al-Muslimin. But some of us, Jamaat al-Muslimin, we fail to understand that when the final whistle of our lives is blown, no more good deeds could be added to our account for the Akhirah, Jamaat al-Muslimin. So before that happens, Jamaat al-Muslimin, before Maut comes to us, Jamaat al-Muslimin, we need to prepare ourselves for the Akhirah. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us that ability, Jamaat al-Muslimin, to prepare ourselves for the year after, inshallah. Ameen, thumma ameen. Our strength is, Jamaat al-Muslimin, that our player is so concerned about the millions and millions of fans watching his every action in the game. His every action is concerned, you know, whatever stunt he does on the field. What does the fans do? They go crazy. You see the football stadium, they go crazy if someone gets nutmeg or something like that. They go mad, Jamaat al-Muslimin. But we as Muslims, we are not worried on that day when every deed of ours will be played out in front of us, in front of the entire mankind, Jamaat al-Muslimin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us only good deeds, inshallah, to be played out in front of mankind, inshallah. Ameen, thumma ameen. How strange it is, Jamaat al-Muslimin, that a person would never think of putting his team at a disadvantage by scoring an own goal. But he thinks nothing about doing harm to his own deen by his very own actions. How much harm do we do to our own religion, Jamaat al-Muslimin? Like I said earlier on, people are calling the Muslims liars. Why? We are at fault. That is why they're calling us that, Jamaat al-Muslimin. Because we are lying, we are stealing, we are cheating, Jamaat al-Muslimin. And we're supposed to be the best of creation. We're supposed to be an example, you know. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grants us the understanding. Remember, Jamaat al-Muslimin, the matches played in the World Cup, it may go to extra time. And yes, there were some matches that went to extra time, Jamaat al-Muslimin. But as far as our life is concerned, Jamaat al-Muslimin, when the time comes, there is no extra time, Jamaat al-Muslimin. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Holy Quran, فَإِذَا جَاءَ أَجَلُهُمْ لَا يَسْتَأْخِرُونَ سَاعَةً وَلَا يَسْتَقْدِمُونَ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, when their appointed time comes, they cannot delay it for a moment, nor can they bring it any earlier. So when our time is there, Jamaat al-Muslimin, our time is there. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the best of this, inshallah. Ameen. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability to pass for the kalima la ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Sometimes, Jamaat al-Muslimin, a player is at goal mouth of the goals. He is right there in the penalty area. but he fails to put the ball in the back of the net. What do we say, Jamaat al-Muslimin? Even if you watch the football from the television, what do we say? You must accept them. How is it possible that they could miss that opportunity? That's what we say, Jamaat al-Muslimin. But how often is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala presented us with golden opportunities, Jamaat al-Muslimin, to gain the nearness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with the opportunities to look after aged parents, opportunities to assist the needy, opportunities to perform salah, opportunities to give charity, and opportunities to smile and reconcile friendship or family ties, and opportunities to turn to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in repentance, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to forgive us, Jamaat al-Muslimin. This is the opportunities Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us, Jamaat al-Muslimin. How many of these opportunities did we take? Some of our parents is in the old age home. May Allah forgive us. You know, some of us, we don't speak to our families. There's opportunities Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us to reconcile with our families, Jamaat al-Muslimin. If your mother is in the old age home, my brother, go take her out. Take her out. She's your Jannah. And Jannah tahta aqdam al-ummahat, paradise lies in the feet of the mother. Go and take her out, Jamaat al-Muslimin. Because you won't smell Jannah or the fragrance of Jannah. If that is the case, Jamaat al-Muslimin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the opportunity, Jamaat al-Muslimin, every single day to ask forgiveness from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. To ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala whatever we desire, Jamaat al-Muslimin. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Hadith al-Qudsi narrated by the Prophet sallallahu ta'ala alayhi wa sallam, قال عز وجل, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, ينزل الله تبارك وتعالى إلى السماء الدنيا كل ليلة حين يمضي ثلث الليل الأول. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the bountiful and the most exalted, descends to the sky of this dunya every night when the third portion of the first night dawns. فيقول الله, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala then says, أنا الملك, I am the king. من ذا الذي يدعوني فاستجيب له. Whosoever supplicates to me, I shall answer him. من ذا الذي يسألني فأعطيه. Whosoever asks me, I will give him. من ذا الذي يستغفرني فأغفر له. Whosoever seeks forgiveness from me, I shall forgive him. فلا يزال كذلك حتى يضيء القدر. This continues until Fajr dawns. So Jamaat al-Muslimin, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes down, or His rahmah comes down to the first heaven every single morning, Jamaat al-Muslimin, asking us, wanting us to supplicate to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah wants us to come to Him at that time, and that is the best of times, Jamaat al-Muslimin. Why? Because Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has mentioned that the time of Tahajjud, Jamaat al-Muslimin, is the best time to ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or to worship Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. You know why? Because at that time, the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is neglected. Everyone is sleeping. If you are awake, wake up your family as well, Jamaat al-Muslimin. At that time of the morning, if you stand up for Tahajjud, you know, it is quiet. You don't hear a sound, Jamaat al-Muslimin. So you can then concentrate in your worship and your sincerity with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's the opportunity Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gives us every single morning. Not once a week. Every morning the rahmah of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala comes down at that time, Jamaat al-Muslimin. But how many of us make that effort to stand up at that time of the morning and ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala whatever our heart desires, Jamaat al-Muslimin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive me if I said anything wrong. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the understanding. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us the opportunity and the ability to love Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the best of manners. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the ability to have taqwa consciousness of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Jamaat al-Muslimin, we know it is that time of the year where Christmas comes in, New Year's Eve, New Year's, like they call it, it's a silly season, Jamaat al-Muslimin. Don't fall into the traps of the kuffar, you know. They will have parties like nobody else. Yes, we have family that's not Muslim. I don't say if they invite you, don't go, it's your family. But don't fall into the traps of the kuffar and do what they are doing, Jamaat al-Muslimin. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us during the silly season, especially our children, Jamaat al-Muslimin. Because you know, they are young, they want to see these things. You know, they want to go to Cape Town to see the lights and all those things. It's not even suitable to take your children out at night to go see the lights. You know, there's nothing out there, Jamaat al-Muslimin. Just to go look at the lights. What is that lights? Go to the Chinese shop and buy that Christmas lights and put it in your house. Then they can have fun with the lights. You know, but don't go out there. You know, rather have something that time of the year, like our masjid, inshallah. The committee must still discuss. We'll have our monthly khatam. This is what we must do. Don't go out there and party in New Year's, wait for 12 o'clock and shoot the fireworks. It's useless, Jamaat al-Muslimin. Have a khatam Quran, make nafil salah. Ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make the new year a better year, Jamaat al-Muslimin. You know, we cannot go into the new year like we are today. It doesn't work like that. We must go into the new year as better Muslims, Jamaat al-Muslimin. You know, better Muslims. You know, and one thing that is very important, Jamaat al-Muslimin, that we should consider is one of our New Year's resolutions, is that we should make Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala the center of our lives. And once Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the center of our lives, Jamaat al-Muslimin, then we are heading to the right direction. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive us. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us the understanding. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us all. Inshallah, Amin. Amin. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh. There's a birthday announcement here of my daughter. My second eldest daughter is turning 7 years old, inshallah, on Thursday, the 2nd December. And that's why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant a long life and barakah and khair, success in this world. And the year after, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant her the ability to be the coolness of our parents' eyes, inshallah, amin. All those who have birthdays, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala must bless them in dunya, qabr and akhirah, inshallah, amin. Although the Khatam al-Quran for the month of December was scheduled for the 29th December, we have rescheduled the Khatam al-Quran to Saturday the 31st after Maghrib, inshallah. Amin. Our intention is to arrange a parade, inshallah, and would like all those attending to partake in this parade. We urge the community of Yawal South and surrounding areas to attend. Jamaat al-Muslimin, this is a very beautiful program. Khatam al-Quran, what is better than reciting the Holy Quran? The more we recite the Quran, Jamaat al-Muslimin, Allah is talking to us. Allah is talking to us. So the more you read, the more Allah is talking to us, and the more we become Allah consciousness. So come for the Khatam Quran is the best way you can start, or we can start our new year. Inshallah, amin, amin. The executive committee thank everyone for their continued support of the masjid. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala reward it abundantly, inshallah, amin, amin. I ask Mark if I wait for the time, inshallah. Assalamu alaikum.